from being 28 and just making mistakes in my 20s and having the different experiences that I had throughout my 20s, and just growing through those things. It's just a lot of different things that you probably want to know and learn in your early 20s, and you ain't really gonna learn them things right away. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna want more money. You're gonna want a lot of different things, but those things don't come overnight. So just a couple of things that I learned. This experience what I've gone through in my early 20s, from like only having like even $100 in my bank account, at like 23 years old, just graduated, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Right? That's pretty much what you're doing. You just figuring out what you're gonna do. And something I learned is that life is not linear. Life is not a linear experience, and nobody's experience is the same. But from my experience, things happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna go through some things in life, and it's adversity. You just gotta fight through those things. Understand that it can come, it can leave. Whatever issues that you got right now ain't always gonna be there tomorrow. And a lot of times you think a lot of stuff is really, really important to you, but it's not. It's really not. Like, you think that some people are gonna be in your life forever, but they really not. They might be there for a couple of years in your life. Like, life is hard. It's what you make it. You want to make money, you got to get out and make that money. You got to get out, work hard, and do those things, because it's really like a grind. Because you look at somebody that's, say for example, that's way older than you, right? 30s, 40s, 50s. Like, you really don't, I always hear people say in their 30s, like, you really don't start being a man until you in your 30s. I don't know if that's true or not. My early 20s, like, I was grinding. My life, like I said, it's not linear for me. I was coming out of college, 22 years old, trying to find a job. Went from the UPS store to getting insurance license and getting in the insurance industry. But even to this day, like, I still feel like I'm still grinding sometimes, and I'm still in that same spot. Even when you get to where you want to get to, it's still another step that you didn't even think about, previously. Not gonna think about the issues that you're gonna have later when you like 20-something, late 20s. You gotta just learn from your experiences. You gotta learn. That's another thing. Like, my early 20s, I had to learn from a lot of your experiences. Like I said, life isn't linear. People come, people go. Issues come, issues go. And travel a lot. Travel as much as you can. That's something that I did, and I'm glad that I did it. I wish I would have did it even more. Ain't nobody really like concerned about what you got going on. Like, nobody's really concerned about you. Like, we all in our own head. We think we more important than what we really are. So that's really the truth is like, we just like the next person. Like, these same people get up, get dressed, brush their teeth in the morning. The reality is that we are all human, and we all make mistakes, but we have to learn from those things. And we got to try to be better than what we was yesterday. But sometimes you're not going to find out what you love to do early on in your life, right whenever you get out of college or before you get out of college. But I would definitely say find something that you love to do early on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that way you can continue to build that, because it take you 20 years or 30 years to get to where you want to get to, man. And it's sometimes it's a process, it's a marathon, And I say like I said earlier, like, a lot of stuff don't really matter. You know, when I was in college, like I would think about girls, like sex, and you know, different things that really didn't matter. And when tomorrow, what I'm gonna be doing later, or you know what I'm saying, or money. But the important thing is like it's gonna come a time and a place where you gotta mature, and you gotta understand that certain things are gonna hold you back from getting to where you really want to get to. Right, so you got to continue to do those things, you know, that you know what the right thing is. You know what the right thing to do is. But it's just very important that we continue to give ourselves grace and give ourselves time to find out what we really want to do sometimes. I think a lot of people, I don't think we really give ourselves that grace. I think we feel like every single day we got to be doing something. Every single day, all the time. It's okay to chill. It's okay to relax, you know, but you got to make sure that those habits and stuff like that you building those good habits every day. Because it's just, life is really short. And if you're not doing what you love, then did you really enjoy your life? So, you know, it's just food for thought, different things to think about, I would say, in life. But, you know, if you just getting out of college, for example, or you in your early 20s, and you feel lost, just know that like it's millions of others that also feel lost in the same boat, and they unsure how their life gonna turn out, you know. We gotta control what we can control. You know, we gotta be able to control what we can control. Because once we start focusing on the stuff that we cannot control, then that's when we start to lose control. I know too many people that went down a path that, you know, they're not proud of, and they still trying to find their way out to college. You know, whether it's, you know, just something that, whether it's financially or spiritually, emotionally, physically, whatever it is, like a lot of people still trying to find themselves. And, you know, I'll say I'm still in that pursuit too, of finding myself and growing with myself as I get older, because you're never going to be the same every single year. You're never going to be the same from day to day. You're a different person today than what you was yesterday. That's always how I see it. I can't remember, somebody said that to me one time, and I really thought about it. Like, I know for a fact I'm not the same person I was yesterday. Like, I know for a fact I'm not, you know. Even like from last year, like, and that's called growth, really. Like, that's just called growth. You ain't got to be the same person, you know. You could still be you, you know. You just focus on the things that you can control, you know. Me being 28 and grinding still, and you know what I'm saying, I'm not rich. No, neither do I care about being rich financially, because there's many ways to be rich. You realize that, like, there's so many different things in life that money cannot buy, and you start to value things a little bit different, like as far as your family, as far as your time. You just value your time for sure more. You value time a lot more. Like, that's something that I really wanted to learn early on. Like, and I know what that means now. Like, I used to have older people, like in their 50s and stuff, like, say that to me, and I'm like, bro, yeah. Like, you know, because I didn't even know what that meant. Like, you value your time. Like, what did that even mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, but now I get it. Time is definitely way more than money. It's worth way more than money, for sure. I can make so much money, but I can't make a lot of time. You know, you could have terminal cancer, and be a billionaire. You know, and you know, you in stage 4 and you a billionaire. You got tens of billions of dollars, 20 houses. You know what I'm saying? Every car that you ever dreamed of. But you know what? All that's gonna be left for somebody else. It could be your child or whoever you left that for. You know? So if there's anything that like you should take from this video, just find your things that you value the most. Find the most important things to you. Like, I know for a fact it's not money. It can't be money. Can't be. Really can't be. 'Cause I know for a fact, for me, my experiences, like, money never brought me happiness. Money put me in like nice, comfortable places, and I use it as a tool. That's what you really need to think about money as a tool for you to live a better life on this earth. Because it's all man-made, you know. It's all man-made stuff. It's paper, stuff you could rip up. You know, it's stuff like if you rip it up and you rip it up into tiny shreds, you take it into the store, it's worth nothing. It's worth nothing. I remember when I was a kid, I took a dollar bill, ripped it in half. I thought I was making $2. Took it into the Dollar Tree, gave her the half $1, and she was like, "Nah, like I can't use this. Like this is worth nothing to me. You could do that to a $100 bill, and it's worth $0." So more of the story is, find what's important, what's worth your attention, what's worth your time. Okay, because there's so many different things out here, so many different distractions out here, where you think you getting what you want, but in reality you're not getting what you want. Nowhere near it. You know, and I can go on and talk about this. There's so many different things that I learned, and I might do another segment on this or another video on this. But there's so many different things you can learn, man, just from experience. Just experience, man. Like I experienced some things that I ain't never think I would experience, like from traveling to different countries, like from doing many different things that I didn't think that I'd be able to do in my life. You know, at 28 even. But, you know, I don't force anything on myself. That's also something else I learned. I just don't force anything. Pray about everything, force nothing. Live your life, okay? Because this world, this universe we live in, whatever y'all want to call it, we can't control it. It's still gonna move at the end of the day. The earth's still gonna spin, whether you die today or tomorrow, and the universe gonna still keep expanding. Okay, and people gonna still keep being born, and people still gonna continue to die. So live your life, live and learn, explore every inch of this earth that God has blessed us with. Just explore. You know, it's a lot of negative things out there, but it's also a lot of positive things. And we look at the news all the time, and it's just mostly negative. But we gotta understand that it's what we make it, for real. So, but yeah, y'all stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, help the channel grow. You know, we're gonna keep growing. But yeah, I appreciate y'all.